Hey there, everybody. Welcome to our new weekly Big Brother Canada 9 exit interview. We are talking in this video about Kyle, who was evicted on last night's episode. One of the saddest breakups in Big Brother history. The end of the Kyle
Oh,
Rohan bromance is here.
it is. And we're going to be talking to Kyle about his time in the game and how he feels about it all and if there's anything he could have done differently.
Just all light your candles. Remember what was. Rohan waited to embrace him before he left.
Oh,
There was something, I don't know, kind of surprisingly sweet about the two guys, even if they were diabolical. But you know what? We're going to be diving into that. But before we talk to Kyle, if you guys enjoy this interview, remember to subscribe to the channel because guess what? We do all sorts of Big Brother Canada coverage here, including interviews with all the evicted house guests. You can check them out. Everyone who's been evicted, we have spoken to.
yep. And we will have them every Friday until jury at least.
Yeah, we don't know what they're going to be doing with jury
Yeah,
yet.
we don't know after jury, but at least until then, we're going to have them every Friday here at the channel in the morning.
All right, and without further ado now, let us get to Kyle.
We're really sorry to see you go. We really are. I mean, it was a tough situation that you were in with this, being up there with Rohan, who's your ride or die. I mean, if he stayed on the block, do you think that you would have been even talking to us today?
I think if it was me and Ro on the block at the end of the week, I think Ro goes for sure. um, I was so happy when he won the veto though, because I did think there was a good chance that Vic might go up. And if she did go up, I knew we had the numbers. And that was something that I thought made sense for Kiefer, but he decided to go a different direction.
Okay, so you and Rohan, I mean, the bromance here was too strong, obviously, to ever really hide it. It was apparent from
Yeah.
like the first scene. Just wait until you get outside and you see all the videos. But you guys were you guys too obvious of a pair? But the problem here is there any way that you could have hid the bromance flame that was burning?
Yeah, you know what? It's so hard when you get into that house and you develop connections with people. You just want to be around them the whole time. So I think this season it's extremely obvious who's working with who.
Yeah.
I found it pretty funny. I think a few days ago, Ty came to us and said to me and Ro, some people think you and Ro are working together. And I was like,
Really?
no way,
Shocking.
man. I heard you and Jed might be working together, Ty. But yeah, I mean, it's hard to hide with who you're working with this season, especially. It seems like it's a duo season. But yeah, it's super fun being in there with him, and I'm glad I got to spend it with him.
So when Kiefer won that HOH, did you know you were in trouble? Like, did you think for sure it was you? Yeah.
I, I honestly wasn't sure. I thought if one of the other three won it, honestly, I was probably going up still.
Mhm.
And with Kiefer, I thought maybe, just maybe, he'd see what just happened. We did it the way we did it, just so he could see the three people that wanted him out.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he doesn't look at it rationally like that. So I think he's got to kind of be stuck at the bottom of those three for the rest of the season. And it's his game. I didn't really like it, but I'm here and he's in there.
Okay, so I was watching the feeds on Wednesday night, and it seemed as though you had a little bit of, well, dead man walking at this point, where you knew you were going. You sort of had these conversations that you have a back and forth with Austin about it. Did you accept your fate on Wednesday night? Like, is there any other rabbit you could have pulled out of a hat on Thursday, or was it just like, okay, I'm just going to cause unnecessary stress for everybody. It's not worth it.
Yeah, Wednesday is when I kind of heard murmurs that things are maybe getting talked about as a potential flop. So I went and talked to Jed and Ty, swallowed my pride,
Mhm.
did one last little pitch. That was a complete lie. um, just to try to see if I could convince them.
Yeah.
I didn't want to throw her under the bus, obviously, because
Mhm.
I really enjoyed being around her. But yeah, on Wednesday, they kind of told me that they would let me know how the votes were going. The last few Thursdays for us have been pretty crazy and pretty stressful for everyone. So when I kind of got told, I kind of just accepted the fate Wednesday night. I'd love to be in there, obviously, but I'd like to see Austin go far as well. And it seemed like the best possible outcome for me was a 4-4 tie. And Kiefer would have just sent me home either way, anyway. So I knew I wasn't getting Jed, Ty, or Beth. I gave one last final pitch and it just didn't work.
So about your final pitch, you did talk to Jedson and to Sean and sort of said that, you know, you would go after Kiefer if you won. And then before you also told Kiefer that you wouldn't go after him if you won. So which one was really, what were you going to stick with?
So yeah.
I'm curious, which one's the truth?
In the pitch to Ty and Jed, I did say I'd go after Tina and Tara just because I knew that Jed has had it out for Tara for some reason since the beginning. So I knew I had to line myself up with them in that way. And I just wanted to let them know that further down the road, someone's going to have to go after Kiefer.
Yeah.
And you know what? If he's in jury and you betray him and you take him out when he thinks you're their best friends, which I know you're just playing up, he's not going to vote for you in the end. I said, he doesn't like me already. Let me be the one to take the shot when he's in jury. And that's a vote for you guys. And so, no, I don't think if I won HOH, I would have put Kiefer up, but Ty and Jed would have been up. So it would have made for an interesting nomination if I would have won.
Why couldn't you have been HOH next? Just imagine the drama that would have come from that. Okay.
Yeah, this has been a great season for that. People are not sitting back.
No.
Okay, let's say there's a new twist that's entering the game here, and somehow you have developed psychological powers of mind control, and you can get into Rohan's brain and you can sort of channel some advice. This is weirdly sci-fi, but okay. What sort of advice would you put into Rohan's brain? What would you tell him to do now
for the rest of the game?
Yeah.
I mean, they really got to work on getting Vic back on that side. I know she felt betrayed. Loyalty is a big thing for her. I think she's kind of playing both sides right now.
Yeah.
But kind of pulling her in. She's done well in comps. Make her feel important that, hey, look, it was my number one on the block last week. I had no other choice. We were told that it was either you or him. We had to push for you. Hopefully she understands that and can come back on that side. And I honestly think he's in a good position with the other two duos on that side with Tara and Tina, and obviously Austin and Braden. I think it'll even strengthen the carb relationship, even without the K. And they should be able to go far.
So you've mentioned that there's a whole bunch of duos in the house, which there is. Do you think that there was a more dangerous duo that they could have targeted besides you and Rohan, Austin, Braden, Tina, Tara, anyone else?
You know what, from their perspective, I can see why they did what they did, I guess. Yeah, it's tough. I tried to convince them as best as I could. I thought I had a good pitch. Obviously they didn't buy it, but I think Kiefer let them run his HOH this week and just let his emotions get the best of him, and wasn't thinking logically. I think he could have came on the side with numbers and he still would have been at the bottom of that 7, but I mean, he's being at the bottom of 4 isn't any better right now.
So you have mentioned some of your back and forth with Victoria already, and I think there's some conflict that was there, to say the least. We saw some of it on the show itself, but what do you actually think about Victoria's game, kind of looking back at it and the way she's playing?
Yeah, I think I'll have to watch to see what she's really up to. I got a feeling that it's not everything I know, but I mean, I love her as a person. She's super fun girl to be around. But yeah, it sucked that I had to throw under the bus like that to try to get her up as a replacement. But my worst case scenario was going up against Austin, and it happened. So
yeah, that
was the day I needed to push everything I had into Vic, and I was kind of left with no choice. Hopefully she sees that. And I know she did kind of confront me after I confronted Kiefer, but after I kind of filled her in on what was really going on and how Ty and Jed had pitched her name to me as well, and Beth, and they said they were going to throw the veto and stuff like this, I think she's a smart girl and she'll be able to figure it out.
Is there anyone from the other side of the house that you weren't working with that you wish that you could have been working with?
No. You know, and I gotta stick to the people I like to surround myself with, and
Yeah.
you know what, I just couldn't see it.
That is the best, most blunt
Yeah.
answer I think we've had in any exit interview so far. Okay, well,
Yeah.
Kyle, before you get out of here, and yeah, our dog is now peeking her head through the
Yeah.
window here, but all right. So other than, because if I was to ask you, oh, Kyle, who do you want to see win the next HOH? I feel like I have a good idea of the answer. So we're gonna pluck Rohan out of this. Other than him, who do you want to see win the next HOH?
I would love to see Austin win it.
I can imagine the chaos with
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
She's such a great player.
Kyle, thanks for being a good sport, for hanging out with us this morning.
Thank
and
you.
I hope your adjustment to normal Big Brother life goes smoothly. But thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Kyle.
Yeah, thank you guys. It was fun.
All right,
Thanks.
have a good one. Bye.
You too. See ya.